Ask me the hard-hitting questions.
This week on 60 Minutes, we reported on the WNBA, and we interviewed Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's rookie season is redefining the WNBA. When Caitlin Clark declared for the WNBA draft, few doubted she would go number 1 overall.
But you know how crazy these crowds get, though, when they see that logo 3.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Feels good to hit those?
Occasionally. It's not too bad.
So seriously, though, so you got the ball in your hand.
Yeah.
You're crossing midcourt. What's the decision-making? Pass, pull up, how does that work?
What many didn't realize was how perfectly her journey aligned with the Indiana Fever's desperate need for revival, and how her arrival would immediately change the trajectory of the franchise. Clark later admitted she was hoping Indiana would win the draft lottery. It wasn't just a basketball fit, it was personal. The Fever were within driving distance of home, and their organization offered both opportunity and history. When the Fever secured the top pick, she described the moment with a smile. "It would have made my life a lot better." Fast forward to today, and it's clear, Clark didn't just make the league. She's taken it over. Numbers that redefined greatness. Clark's rookie numbers weren't just good.
That's an absolute dime.
And then after that, usually somebody picks me up, but if not, you just gotta launch it and hope for the best, you know? Hope it goes in, and let it fly. That's what people love. So you gotta give them what they want.
Clark broke down the mechanics and biomechanics behind that signature shot.
Up for this. There we go. Okay.
It's the same motion, basically, right? But you're just using more leg?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I'm not, people probably wouldn't consider me very big to play in the WNBA. Like, I'm not quite 6 foot, like, not the strongest. So I think just, you know, having good balance is definitely the most important thing. I think a lot of really good shooters would probably tell you the same thing. But yeah, using your legs, like, it can't be all upper body. It's got to be your legs, so.
Were historic. 19 ppg, 8.4 apg, 6 rpg, 1.3 spg. 337 total assists, most ever by a WNBA rookie. 86 three-pointers, rookie record and climbing. 2 triple-doubles, also a rookie first.
Caitlin Clark last night finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time. Because we could talk about her WNBA season, and we will, but her final season at Iowa was something to behold, and she went right from that into the WNBA season. I mean, right away. As soon as her college season ended, just days later, she was drafted by the Indiana Fever. And I just remember being at the Combine in early March. That was the talk of the town. In addition to what we were seeing out of the Pacers and the Combine being there, it's like Caitlin Clark's coming here, the Big Ten.
Single game high of 19 assists. These aren't just rookie stats. These are MVP caliber numbers. And more impressively, she's doing it under the brightest spot.
Defenders on the handoff go with Caitlin Clark. That's why Aaliyah Boston can make that spin move and attack the basket. So the impact of Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor opens things up.
I miss doing women's sports with you. We don't do it as often as we used to. So here's the thing. Caitlin Clark is going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, there's 2 things that stand out to me. She just played this team, right? And so she understands the athleticism, the footwork, the speed of Dejanay Carrington. And she's just in her 4th WNBA game as a professional athlete. Even as a rookie, she's been guarded by the best players so far. She's still drawing double teams, and I thought Indiana did a better job of playing fast. I thought in her first few games, too much pounding the rock. This is not Iowa Part B varsity version. This is WNBA basketball. She's moving faster. Her teammates are doing a better job of finding her. She's getting looks off the move where she doesn't have to work as hard. And so it's only up from here. This was a great sign. Her most efficient night, turnovers were down.
Let me just say this too, because we're talking about the Indiana Fever and we have the Pacers that are playing in the Eastern Conference spots, right?
Like women's basketball has ever seen. More than a stat sheet, she's a franchise changer. Under Clark's leadership, the Indiana Fever surged to a 20-20 record, their best season since 2015. Even more telling, they clinched their first playoff appearance in 8 years. Clark didn't just contribute, she transformed. Her floor vision opened up the game for Team
ESPN are showing the game last night in which the Fever got swept by the Connecticut Sun last night. They showed a montage of her year. And they showed a montage of her year when she passed Pistol Pete Maravich. She owns the record for most points scored in men's and women's Division I. And she set every record you possibly can set for Iowa, for women's basketball.
Her scoring range bent defenses. Her confidence inspired fans and veterans alike. Opponents who might have once dismissed her now call her possessed, unconscious, and impossible to guard. She's not just playing the game. She's elevating it. Impact beyond the court. The buzz isn't just about basketball. Attendance has skyrocketed. Merchandise is flying off shelves. TV ratings have reached historic highs. Clark's
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I've never had to give an opening statement before, so this is a first for me and a large crowd. But like I said, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you, the Fever, the Pacers. This is a dream come true. Like, these are the moments you dream of. Obviously, Tamika Catchings is here. Like, that's pretty incredible. Somebody I grew up idolizing.
Yes.
But like I said, after I got drafted, like, I can't think of a better place for myself to start my career. A place that loves basketball, supports women's basketball, and an organization that really does things the right way, has championship pedigree. So I'm just very thankful that they have a belief in me. And obviously my parents are here today. My two brothers aren't here. My little brother had to go back to school. He actually missed his flight out of New York City after the draft. So I think he did it on purpose, but thankful for them, and, you know, couldn't be happier to be here. So thank all of you for coming, and I can't wait to get started.
jersey is the most sold across all WNBA teams. Even sportsbooks are taking notice. Most have taken her Rookie of the Year odds off the board entirely. Only MGM Bet still lists her at a staggering minus 10,000. Translation: it's already over. Even her competitors know it. Despite Angel Reese's
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's
cool.
start doing it to me and we'll be able to get along just fine. So, question is, you didn't have to turn pro. I kind of thought you would no matter what, but how much did Indiana have the number one overall pick because of the things you said and the driving distance to Iowa, just everything? I'm just wondering what role that might have played.
Yeah, it definitely played a huge role, and I actually played at the exact same time as the draft lottery on the night it happened. I'm not sure exactly who we were playing, but I was hoping that Indiana got the first pick. It would have made my life a lot better. So when I saw that, I was pretty excited. And, you know, obviously that's not every single reason of, you know, why I wanted to.
Dominance on the boards and her record-breaking rookie rebounding, only one Rookie of the Year vote went her way. Clark swept the rest. A new standard of excellence. Clark's combination of elite talent and mental poise sets her apart. She's shown the ability to take over games, thrive in pressure, and make everyone around her better, all while handling immense public expectations. Whether it's breaking the rookie assist record, dropping triple-doubles, or torching teams from deep, she plays with surgical precision and undeniable charisma. In one post-game moment, even a coach from an opposing team could only shake her head and hug Clark aggressively, saying, "I can't stand it, but I love you for it." That's the effect Clark has, not just dominating games but winning people over, including her rivals. A blueprint for a new era. Clark's arrival has reignited hope, not just for the Fever, but for the WNBA itself. Her play has shown what's possible when elite talent, commercial appeal, and personality all come together. She has already shattered rookie records, made her team relevant.
Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year odds have become so high that there is currently only one sports book that will even allow you to vote on Rookie of the Year. MGM Bet is currently the only platform that you can vote on Rookie of the Year, and they have Caitlin Clark's odds at negative 10,000. And to put the icing on the cake, just last night, Caitlin Clark made her 86th three-point field goal of the season, which set a new record for three-pointers made by a rookie in WNBA history. The previous record was set by Ryan Howard in 2022.
Again, drawn millions of new fans. Reframed what's possible for women's basketball. She's not just the face of a franchise. She's the face of a movement. And this is just year one. With 9 games left in the regular season and the playoffs still ahead, Clark is within reach of even more records, including Sabrina Ionescu's
WNBA record for threes in a season is currently held by Sabrina, and that number is 128 threes. So with the Fever having 9 more regular season games left, and I'm not sure if this is just like a regular season record or includes playoffs, but Caitlin Clark would have to average a little over 4 three-pointers in a game in order to break this record. It's doable, and especially if their team goes into the playoffs. But not only with this 3-point record, with her assist record, with her triple-double record, and just the impact that Caitlin Clark has had on the WNBA and on the Fever team this season, there has still been some debate on who will become Rookie of the Year. We talked about Angel Reese a couple videos ago and how she is holding her own on the rebounding side, and she is shattering records, both WNBA and NBA records, with the amount of rebounds that she grabs per game. But if you look at these two players in their totality, it really is a no-brainer as who deserves Rookie of the Year this season.
28 three-pointers in a single season. That's the bar now. And the most exciting part? She's only getting started. Let me know if you'd like a shortened version for social media or video intro, a more visual layout for blog or
Clark, 24, 10, and 10, her second career triple-double. What stood out to you about the way she got this triple-double in your eyes?
For me, what I liked from Clark and quite honestly the Indiana Fever team is that even though they entered halftime with 11 turnovers, they were able to get that composure back, and they actually turned over Los Angeles, the Sparks, more turnovers than they had. So I love the composure that we're seeing. I love that this is a team that's still growing, and I think they're starting to figure out who their players are, who their go-to players are. Even when you have an Odyssey Sims that drops 20 points for a Sparks team that, has been struggling this season, Indiana found a way to win. They found their composure throughout this game, and I think that bodes well for them, knowing that they already punched their ticket to the playoffs.
Website. A voice-over-ready version with pacing cues. An opinion op-ed format to contrast her with Angel Reese or other players. Caitlin Clark didn't just meet expectations, she obliterated them. With the Indiana...
For anyone that was listening to the broadcast, you heard that this backcourt has been the hottest thing in the WNBA since the Olympic break. And I do think that time together with this crew, that trio, as you mentioned, has been critical. We heard so many veterans, retired players, active players say that Caitlin Clark and likely the Indiana Fever were going to need time. It wasn't going to be instantaneous like your, instant coffee that you drink in the morning. No, we want this to be a nice Cuban coffee with a nice punch in there. And I think that's what we're seeing. It's not that this is not a talented team. You've got two back-to-back number one.
A Fever winning their fourth straight game and pushing above .500 for the first time in years. Clark's presence is no longer just a promising spark, it's a full-blown ignition. In her last 12 games, Clark averaged 23.4 points per game, 47% shooting, second in league scoring, trailing only the unstoppable force that is AJ Wilson, the likely MVP and arguably the best player in the...
Ryan Rucco said, Caitlin Clark is possessed. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. At times, she was unconscious. For me, watching that game, it's one of those games where you can't even be mad. Like, you can't even be mad at Caitlin Clark. You can't hate on her. You can't say anything negative about the way she performed. There's not one thing you could take away from that and be like, oh, she was this, or oh, she didn't do that. She checked every single box. That's why Kim Mulkey hugged her so aggressively at the end of the game, because it's like, dang, you did great. I can't stand it, but I love you for it. Like, Kim Mulkey even gave her an aggressive hug when the game is over. That's how you know it was real. You know how you dap somebody up just aggressively because you're like, yeah, that was great. I can't stand you for it, but I can't say anything bad about it. She was poised. She was under control. She manipulated the defense left and right. She got to her
world. But Clark's impact is about more than just numbers. It's about how she responds to the moment. Her poise, leadership.
Guys, I think the thing is that what LSU got themselves into trouble is they let Caitlin Clark get to her spots early. You know she likes to drive the ball to the left, and when she drives to the left, she's looking to pull up. I don't know, Andrea, look, you follow the women's game. Why on earth would Kim Mulkey instruct her guys to go under the screen and not fight over the top? I'm not giving Caitlin Clark that kind of space. What she did was confirm what we already knew. There's a reason why she's the all-time leading scorer. There's a reason why she's top 3 in a...
And fearlessness in high-stakes situations have drawn comparisons to legends like Larry Bird, Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant. She changed the game, literally. Caitlin Clark did more than raise the bar for...
There's no question. The race for Rookie of the Year is over. After what they did to the Sky, after they won their 4th straight, after they're over 500, they were just 500 the other day for the first time in 2 years when they were 2-2. They doing their thing. And Caitlin Clark, last 12 games, 23.4 points or 47% shooting, second leading scorer in the entire WNBA behind the monster that is Asia Wilson, who's going to be league MVP and deserves it, by the way. The reigning 2-time champion, who probably is going to three-peat in my estimation. She is just something special. Best player in the world as far as I'm concerned. Okay.
Rookies, she redefined what's possible. Consider this. The Indiana Fever led the league in attendance, home and away. The Fever averaged 17,735 fans at home and 15,000 on the road. League-wide WNBA attendance jumped 50%. Merchandise sales surged 450% per Fanatics. Clark received the most All-Star votes of any player. She was 4th in MVP voting as a rookie.
NBA players shouldn't be thankful to Michael Jordan because guess what? There were great players that were in the sport before they ever arrived, who did everything they could to make the NBA what it was. But it was when those brothers arrived that it took on an extra dimension and elevated to another level. I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. When we talk about league attendance, the Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,035 at home, 15,000 on the road. Attendance for the entire league up nearly 50% this year, according to data from across the timeline. And Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of, like I said, of 17,035. Merchandise sales are up 450%. I'm going to repeat that. Merchandise sales are up 450% for the WNBA, according to Fanatics. So take those things into consideration. Yes, we're looking at the unanimous choice for AP Rookie of the Year, a first team all WNBA, okay? 4th in the league in MVP voting. And we see all of these things. Certainly she's going to be a great